So Nadia finally decided to come out and talk about the entire situation with her and Twitch. And she made a semi-apology video. She did actually say, "I'm sorry." So that's a point in her favor, I guess you could say. She actually came out and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." But she said sorry to Twitch. Honestly, I'm getting ahead of myself. I just want to get into the video and talk about my thoughts on it and the situation as a whole generally. So
I woke up this morning and I got a knock from my roommate Dante telling me that I was banned on Twitch. I was very confused. I really didn't understand what happened. I mean, I just woke up and to be honest, I thought he was like pranking me for a second and looked at my phone with a bunch of messages saying that I was banned. I was terrified. Like, I can't imagine what I do in 2 weeks of not streaming. I love streaming. I don't even like to take days off because how much I love it. I look forward to this every day. So when I saw that, I genuinely was scared and it was probably one of the most terrifying moments of my life. But
it's genuinely surprising that that's like the most terrifying thing that she's ever experienced, which she's definitely fortunate. I would say that is the scariest thing that's ever happened to her. She wasn't allowed to stream for 2 weeks. That's terrifying to her. You can still play video games when you're banned from Twitch. In fact, you could probably make more YouTube content. There's a ton of stuff you could do. It's not like Twitch is your only source of income. It'd be different if that was the case. Then I'd be like, oh yeah, that kind of sucks. But when she says it like this, it's very clear that it's coming from an out of touch place, I guess I would say. Yeah, that fits the bill.
But I got banned on Twitch for 14 days. And here's the reason. I got banned for sharing personal information about somebody. So I kept getting a donation that popped up on my stream labels. And it was a person that was sending me hate and the name was anonymous. And they did it 4 times. I was confused because one, I'm just like, okay, the first time, I do get hate on donations sometimes because, they think it's funny to just have it pop up on the screen. And I usually do get that. This is not new. But I haven't had somebody do it 4 times in a row. When I saw that, I was honestly really irritated. And
you can turn those notifications off. It's not like this was an inescapable thing. It's not like he held your chat hostage. If he was really that bad, you could have banned him after 2 times or 3 times or even 4 times. But no, you chose to put his information out there. So it doesn't matter if he did it 1,000 times. That doesn't give you the right to put his personal information out there. It does give you the right to block him and maybe report him. I don't know how that works. But you have a lot more options given to you other than, hey, here's this guy's info. Do what you will with that information. I'm going to eat a McDonald's Happy Meal or whatever she said she was going to do with the money. I think that's what she said, but I'm not 100% sure. But still, you should have proof of stuff like this. If he's doing it that many times, there has to be like some sort of record, right? I could be wrong on that. I'm not 100% sure on everything Twitch related. So this is a complete shot in the dark for me. But as I understand it, there has to be some sort of record that she could be like, oh, okay, here's when he sent the first dono and the second dono. Honestly, most streamers are going to hear some form of trolling multiple times, dozens of times, especially if they're streaming for upwards of like 6-7 hours. People are going to troll you. That's just the way it is. You can't control how other people talk to you. You can only control your reaction. And clearly this girl doesn't understand that.
And in a moment of weakness, I said, when you get a donation on your phone, the name of the person pops up. So I said the person's first and last name. And I just want to point out that all I did was say his first and last name. I know that there's rumors going around that I leaked the address of the person, but I didn't. I only said their first and last name. But looking back at it and having the time to reflect, I realized that wasn't the best way to combat the hate. And I should have played into it how I normally play into like hate comments and stuff, how I troll them back, but I didn't. And like I said, in a moment of weakness, I kind of just said what was on my mind. And I realize now that I shouldn't have done that. This year has been one of the craziest years of my life. And there's a lot of stuff that happened to me. With streaming, I blew up. My life has changed completely. And with that came a lot of good things, but then also, the hate that came along with it. And I mean, like, if you go look at my TikTok comments right now, they're mostly hate. And I do play into it. I'm not trying to play the victim card. What I'm saying is, though, is I'm still trying to learn from it. I made a mistake, and I do apologize to Twitch, and I appreciate them for unbanning me.
I can't believe she's trying to use the "I was in a bad headspace" defense here. Like, that's really the best argument you could come up with. That's your best foot that you could put forward. Oh man, I was in a moment of weakness. And as far as I saw, nobody said, "Oh, she put out his address." I don't know. I haven't seen anybody say that personally, but maybe there is somebody. But from where I'm sitting, it seems like she's trying to somewhat garner sympathy or belittle what she's doing by being like, "Well, people are accusing me of this. I did do something wrong, and it was this, but I didn't do that thing wrong." And obviously she's trying to make it sound like less than it is, so that people are like, "Oh, okay. She didn't actually, give out his personal address. She only said his name. That's not that bad." When in reality, it's still a bad thing to do. Regardless, you still put out personal information. You owe an apology to the guy who you doxed, whose information you put out there. And just because it's on your mind, "Oh, well, I should put out this guy's information," that doesn't give you the right to do that. What? Just because you think, "Oh, well, man, I really just want to smack this guy in the face," and then you do it, and you're like, "Ah, man, it was just on my mind at the time." Do you expect the person to be like, "Oh, yeah, cool, I understand, perfectly fine, have a good day"? Or do you expect them to be like, "Okay, you didn't have to smack me, though"? Like, just because you're irritated, right, doesn't mean you get to do something to somebody. That's dumb. But she also says, "Oh, I'm not trying to play in the victim, but all my TikTok comments are hate." Ah, man, I'm so hated. I'm the most hated COD streamer because I'm a girl and stuff like that. It's just so irritating. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, why even bring it up if you're not trying to play the victim? This has nothing to do with the fact that Twitch banned you. You're talking about a completely different platform. You're dealing with hate, and then you say that, "Okay, I play into it, and I'm not trying to be the victim here." Well, why bring it up? Again, it's just to garner sympathy. That's the main goal here.
By the way, thank you very much. And I want to continue this. And I know in continuing this, I'm going to continue getting more hate. So I need to learn how to deal with this. And I'm going to. And I appreciate everyone that still supports me and understands that I am human. I don't know where I'd be without you guys. Like I said, I really appreciate everyone who supports me. And I'm sorry if I let you guys down today. I promise I won't do that again. And I'm still learning. Thank you. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.
Okay. So this part isn't as bad. It's probably the best part because she's at least owning up to the fact that she did do wrong. But at the same time, like, this is stuff you should already know, right? So I'm not really going to give you, "Oh, this is the best apology I've ever seen." But at the same time, I'm not going to pile on too much. It does seem that she's at least considering putting in effort. I don't know. That's good, I'm not going to say too much else about that. That's pretty much where I want to leave that one at. Of course, there are people in the comments defending her.
It's just so unfair with how badly people treat you, and they treat you so cruel, and then when you fight back, you're the bad person. I understand the toxicity you have to put up with as a girl that plays games, as I've put up with it too, especially on MW2. Stay optimistic, Nadia. People love you. You're my hero. Keep on fighting for change, girl.
Keep on fighting for change. Okay. I got that clip from Dumpy, so shout out to him. But wow, keep fighting for change. And when you fight back, you're the bad person. She literally said in the video that she leans into the hate. And people hate on you because they think you're a cheater. Now, a lot of that is fueled by people who are much more experienced with Call of Duty, claiming that you are a cheater. I'm not going to get into that because I don't know. All right, I really don't understand COD to that level to where I can be like, "Oh yeah, I get this. She's definitely using an aimbot because her drop rate is too high. Drop rate's like from Minecraft, but I'm pretty sure you get the point. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is I have no clue. But still, you feed into this stuff, and then obviously when you fight back, people are going to be like, let's go back even harder. Like, that's just how the internet is. This person's probably 12, so I'm not going to, rag on them too much. But I did just want to say that. Now, Grimsy had seen a video of Papa Gut talking about the Nadia situation, and he didn't have too much of a favorable opinion towards it. So
where he defends Nadia's doxing by saying stuff like people are pearl clutching, or that like it's just a name, bro, it's not that bad. And it's like, homie, you're coping. Like, the entire video is this fat man, middle-aged fat man, simping over this woman, going, guys, stop pearl clutching, lol. You don't actually care that this woman just doxed somebody for saying you're cheating, lol. What a bunch of fucking nerds. And let me just say, dude, is that you are a pure contrarian. You are a literal fucking liar. Like, holy shit, dude. You don't believe in half the shit you say, and I can guarantee it, because you just go off the cuff and say whatever retarded shit comes into your brain.
So he definitely went after him there. He definitely went for the jugular, and he had some anger put behind those claims. Now, it's really interesting to me because I don't think that he just doesn't believe in a single thing he said, but he did have some really weird thoughts towards the entire Nadia situation, so I'm going to play that for you.
That was it. That's the whole clip. Obviously, it wasn't censored when she did it live. What happened is somebody donated like $1 so that they could be like, oh, you're a cheater, and then she said their name out loud. Is it doxing? Like, yeah, technically. Also, I don't care. We have to stop pretending we care for content because it's so fucking boring. If she had released this guy's like information, like where he lived, I'd be like, yeah, but like his name was like, for whatever we know, his name is Charles Barkley. And like, oh, let me Google. Oh my God, there's 7,500 million fucking Charles Barkleys in the world. I don't care.
That's a bad take. That is a bad take. We, him and I do not pretend to care. If I talk about something, it is something that I have a definitive opinion on, and I care to a degree. I'm not going to be, breaking stuff in my house because I saw Nadia get unbanned after 5 hours. I'm not that invested, but I do have feelings towards this stuff, so I'm going to say something about it. She put out personal information, a first and a last name. With that, you can do a lot of stuff. You can find social media accounts. You can find addresses because it's publicly listed information. There's a ton of publicly listed information that you can find. A guy has a website, you can find that. People might call his business or his job. And then what happens then? What if they get him fired, right? Then, there's more to it than just a name. I don't think she said Charles Barkley, okay? I don't even know if she said Charles. Not 100% sure, because that really wasn't the focus. The focus is that she put out a name of somebody, and for you to just hand wave it, even though you were critical of HJ3 correctly, you were correctly critical of them for trying to dox Amarant's now ex-husband. So for you to do that and then turn around and do this is just really odd. Like, what makes these two situations different? Is it the fact that Ethan directly said, I want this guy's life ended? Or not ended, but like, I want his life to be over? Like, what is the difference is what I'm wondering here. And honestly, I don't think Papa Gut really has too much of a difference here. I think he just is favoring Nadia, and he thinks that everybody who's mad at Nadia is just, being neckbeardy. But I don't know. I should probably ask him. That'll give you the best answer. But I'm getting it off here. Thank you all so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. Goodbye.